Hey, my name is Mike Mitchner. I appreciate you watching Mondays with Mike. Yesterday in church we had what we called Hindsight 2020. And actually I asked the staff of the church to kind of give a report of how they looked back at 2020 and do a year in review type Sunday morning message. And all the staff kind of went through the same progression. They said, well, you know, it started out like we were rolling with gangbusters, but then COVID hit and we didn't know what to do. We had to cancel a lot of events, and church forever has been changed. But all of them came to the conclusion that it was ultimately a good thing, that we overcame those obstacles. And Pastor Sean particularly has pastored Riverview Baptist Church for 40 years. And he shared with the church how that 2020 was actually not his worst year of ministry, because he had to cancel all these Sunday morning events and all these big outreach events and all that. But how that because of COVID and the shutdown of churches and the dynamic paradigm shift of how we do church, 2020 was his greatest year of impact in the ministry, and that he feels like it's the church's greatest year of impact. And that's a powerful message, because quite honestly, last year was used by both Satan and the Lord to try to accomplish their purposes. So I just want you to evaluate. Did I allow Satan and his purposes to win? And do I feel like 2020 was a waste and a wash? And do I feel crushed in my spirit because of it? Or can I look back and see how God was at work? God was using it for His purpose and for His glory and for my good. And I can say that, hey, 2020 was a great year. Oh, there were some losses, there were some radical changes, but it was a great year for God to be glorified in my life. And perhaps you could even say, in my life of ministry, it was my greatest year of impact. 2021 is coming. It's here, and we're going to review it next year if the Lord tarries. And so I just want you to stop and think, going forward, how am I going to respond to things that are outside of my control? Am I going to allow them to defeat me and just kind of sit soaking sour or complain or whatever? Or am I going to say, God, this is from you. You're going to use me greater than you've ever used me before. I'm going to go deeper with you than ever before. And I'm looking forward to what lay ahead so that I can be used for your glory. And as a church, we want to feel that same way. We want to go deeper with God than we've ever gone before. We want Him to use us to reach a lost and dying world more than He's ever done before. We want to go deeper in His Word, deeper in prayer, deeper with the Lord. And I hope you'll join us if you're part of our church. But if you're out there somewhere else, get involved in a local church and help them go deeper. Go deeper yourself with God than you ever imagined. In 2021, it'll be a great year. Thanks for watching Mondays with Mike. I'll see you next week, and never, ever forget, you're greatly loved.